Welcome back, everybody. Today we will be comparing the benchmade bugout with the ganzo f753m1 and reasons why you may want to choose one over the other. If you've been looking into the benchmade bugout, this might be a good alternative. If you're not aware of the existence of the benchmade bugout, you may want to hear some of the things about this. Stick around, we'll get to it. First off, price. Probably the biggest thing that'll make you choose one knife over the other. As of the day I made this video, benchmade bugout was $160 for the base model. $160, no lanyard or bead. I added that's aftermarket stuff I did. Just the base Grivery plastic light model that you would get at benchmade.com. $160. Now, it's a very good knife, and I do think it is kind of worth the money. But if $160 is way over your price point, let's look at this knife. Now, technically, this is more of a ProTech knockoff, but it's similar in specs to the bugout that I think is comparable. This comes in at $19.99 on Amazon. Do not go to Amazon for these. Base models of these are $230 something. Go to Benchmade, they're $160. Something's wrong with Amazon. But these are $20. And this, as you can see, is very comparable in many ways to the Benchmade bugout. Now, comparing lengths here, one thing you may notice is the bugout is a bit longer than the ganzo knife. Not much longer, but if we just compare the blade sizes, they're almost identical. Still a little longer on the bugout, but almost identical. A little bit more belly on this, I think. Comparing handles, try to get this lined up better. Bugout handle is a little longer. But overall, very similar knives. They're both comfortable in the hand. This one is very solid in the hand. This one's very solid in the hand. This one's comfortable. This one's comfortable. They both flick closed, super easy. They flick open, super easy. This one has a little bit more thwack to it that feels really nice. But as you can kind of see if my camera focuses, there's a little bit of rust. I've just had this sitting in a drawer for 8 months now. It's collected a little bit of rust, but if you give it regular oil, this shouldn't hurt it. I think this is 440C steel. This is the same steel that Leatherman uses on their knife blades. And it's a very good little knife. The axis lock is it's a smooth action axis lock, but you gotta pull it back just a little bit farther for that blade to disengage than you probably would on the bugout, which I think makes this knife safer. This won't close on you as easily as this would, because benchmade locks have been known to pop. One thing I've noticed, blade thickness. The ganzo is a little bit thicker blade than the bugout. If you don't like the super thin blade of the bugout and you're afraid of the durability of the bugout, focus, there we go. The f753 would probably be exactly what you want. This is a sturdy, beefy little knife. I've got big hands. It's a full 4-finger grip for my big hands. It's a pleasure to use. I haven't used it that much because I've got other knives I prefer. But this is a comparison between the bugout and this. So let's get into some more of the details. Bugout comes with a deep pocket carry clip that is 2 positions. The ganzo comes with a 2-position clip. Not as deep carry, but that's okay. It's not that not deep. Both have the axis lock. A normal bugout will have S30V steel. This is 440 steel. Ergonomics on both of these are awesome. I can't really prefer one over the other with the ergos. I think the bugout wins a little bit because it comes out and down more, where this has this weird little taper here. That's just a little thing I don't like in a knife, but we'll go with it. Weight. This guy is definitely heavier. I don't know the exact weights, but this is very light. this has some heft to it. Because the bugout, if you didn't know, has partial liners that go down to about where my left fingernail is. Whereas the ganzo has full liners all the way down. So again, another thing to the solid factor of this knife. Like, this knife is not going to bend or break. This could possibly, you know, the grivery does give a little bit. Sharp, both of them sharp out of the box. Both of them hold an edge and take an edge pretty well. Something else that's a nice detail is both of them have jimping on the back. Jimping is this little ridges on the back. It gives your thumb something to hold on to when you're using the knives. Also, if you're into customizing your knives, this has a lot of aftermarket features. This does not. This has like nothing for aftermarket scales, clips, yada yada. This, you can get all sorts of different scales for this guy. But which one should you buy? Well, first big thing right out of the gate, like I mentioned earlier, was the price. $20 for the ganzo, $160 for a bugout. Like, that's pretty big difference. You know, like, if you've got the money, you know, go bugout. That's fine. If you don't have the money, I think the ganzo f753 is a very good alternative. It's just good to hold. It feels good. All the grips, all the uses. You can pinch up on the blade for the fine work. You know, like they're both comparable in so many ways. I can't really say which one is better, other than maybe throwing out price and aftermarket customizability. 440 steel is not bad. You knife geeks out there will be shouting at me that, you know, this is a crappy steel. It's not crappy. It's just not as good as the others. But this is more than serviceable. Don't comment down below telling me what steels I should and shouldn't be praising. 440 is a very good steel. If you don't know steels, you're not getting cheaped out on this. You're getting a good knife for $20. And I think this is very well worth the money. I think I would pay even $40 for this knife. It's just that good. Personally, I like the bugout looks a little bit more. I like how it's just a little bit more bland on the curvature here, whereas here you've got these little sharp little bits. But that's visual preference. That's not functionality. I think you're getting more functionality out of the ganzo than you are the benchmade bugout. For what you get, paying for what you get, I think you're getting better off of this than you are off of this. That's just my take on the situation here. If you're been looking at the benchmade bugout, and maybe a design feature doesn't suit you quite right, go to Amazon, take a look at some of these. They do come in a few different colors on the handle. Give it a look. I think you'll like it. It's a very good knife. There's nothing to complain about here. It's G10 scales, full metal liners, skeletonized even. You know, the axis lock works wonderfully. I've had several ganzos. The axis lock never gives me any trouble. This knife does want to kind of bounce out a bit when you close it, but that's no biggie. The benchmade kind of sticks a little better. I'll give it that. But I think between the two, take your pick. If it's money, go ganzo. If it's customizability, function, and everything, maybe go benchmade. Thank you for listening to me rant. Hope to see you in the next video. Hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, farewell.